Okay, this is going to be test 2 of the official SAT study guide, and this is the calculator section. A musician has a new song available for downloading or streaming. The musician earns 9 cents each time the song is downloaded and 0.2 cents each time the song is streamed. Which of the following expresses the amount of dollars the musician earns if it's downloaded D times and streamed S times? So we would do 0.09 is how much money we make on a download times D, and we'd add that to 0.002 times S. So that looks like answer choice C. A quality control manager at a factory sells 7 light bulbs at random for inspection out of 400 light bulbs produced. At this rate, how many? Okay, so this is going to be a proportion. 7 out of 400. How many would be inspected? X out of 20,000. So we just have to move the 20,000 across the equal sign to here. We can move it diagonally, right? And then we can eliminate these two zeros. So we would have 200 over 4, which is 50. 50 times 7, which is 350. Choice B. All right, we have an equation here. What is M when L is 73? So 73 equals 24 plus 3.5 M. Subtract 24. Notice I didn't even read the question. It's not necessary. You get 49 equals 3.5 M. And divide by 3.5. Divide by 3.5. And 3.5 is really 7 halves. So we could replace this with 7 halves. And then the 2 really comes to the top. So 49 over 7 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Choice A. All right. How much money will the performer earn when 20 people attend the performance? So the performer earns $120 if it's 8 people. $120 if it's 8 people. How many dollars if it's 20 people? So we can move the 20 to here. 20 is 4 times 5. And 8 is 4 times 2. So the 4's will cancel. 120 divided by 2 is 60. 60 times 5 is 300. And just to confirm, yeah, directly proportional. Okay, so that validates our use of the proportion. The performer earns 43% of the money, uses 43% of the money earned to pay costs. The rest of the money is the profit. What is the profit? Okay, so the rest of the money would be the 57%. So it's 0.57, and we have to times that by the 8-person attendance amount, which is $120. So 0.57 times 120. So it's a little more than half. So, yeah, so it'll probably be 68, right? So if I multiply that by 6, then it would be 72. So this is a little bit short of 6. So yeah, it would be choice C. When 4 times a number, X, is added to 12, the result is 8. Okay, so I subtract 12, and I get 4x is negative 4. Divide by 4, x is negative 1. What number results when 2 times x, so 2 times negative 1, is added to 7? That's negative 2 plus 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. The equation above represents a parabola in the xy plane. Which of the following equivalent forms of the equation displays the x-intercepts? So we want it to display the x-intercepts. So we want it in factored form. All right, so looks like choice D is going to be correct. And just to confirm, well, yeah, if we were to factor this, same negative and 4 and 2, right? In a video game, each player starts the game with K points and loses 2 points each time a task is not completed. If a player who gains no additional points and fails to complete 100 tasks, so that's 100 failures times you lose 2 points each time, that's minus 200 points, has a score of 200, so a score of 200. He started with K amount, so that means K must equal 400. Okay, add 200 to both sides. A worker uses a forklift to move boxes that weigh either 40 pounds or 65 pounds. X is the number of 40-pound boxes, so we have 40x is the number of pounds for that. And then 65y would be the number of pounds for the other box type. And the forklift can carry 45 boxes, so if I add the total number of boxes, it could equal 45, and this would equal 2400. And then we just have to consider the inequality. So up to, okay, so it could also be less than 45. It could also be less than 2400. So it looks like choice A is a good choice. The function f satisfies this and this. A function g satisfies this and this. What is the value of f of g of 3? So the first thing is to evaluate what g of 3 is equal to, and it's equal to 2. So now we could sub that in for g of 3. Now we evaluate f of 2, and we find the answer is 3. Tony is planning to read a novel. The above table shows the speed, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if Tony reads the rates of the given book, which of the following is closest to the number of days it would take him to read the entire novel? So, okay, so we want the number of days per novel, basically. Days per novel. Or it might just be days. We'll see. So, number of hours Tony plans to read the novel per day. 3 hours per day. Okay, so 3 hours per day. And then, let's see, 8 parts and that many chapters, that many words per minute, that many pages in the novel, that many words in the novel. Okay. So if we use maybe words per minute along with words in the novel, that would tell us how many novels per minute. And we can convert to days if we do hours. Okay, so it's 60 minutes per 1 hour. Okay, and 250 words per minute. Okay, and then 349, 168 is words per novel. So if we use these four in a clever way, we should be able to get days per novel, right? So we have days here and we have novels here. So let's start with days on top. So we'll use 1 day with 3 hours. The reason why I start with days on top is because it's here. Then we go 1 hour on top, 60 minutes on bottom. Okay, so that gets me out of hours and into minutes. So we've used this, we've used this. Now we have to get rid of minutes, so we'll put 1 minute and 250 words. Okay, and then finally we'll put 349,168 words, and that goes with 1 novel. So the words will also cancel out along with the minutes canceling out. We'll get days per novel. So now let's get the calculator out for this. So 349,168. We divide that by 3. Okay, we also divide it by 60. And we also divide it by 250. Right, so we get 7.75. Now the reason why I did the all separately is because if you don't, you may end up multiplying on accident. Okay, so that's pretty much 8 days. All right. On January 1st, 2000, there were 175,000 tons of trash in a landfill that had a capacity of 325,000. Each year since then, the amount of trash in the landfill increases by 7,500 tons. If Y represents the time in years, which of the following inequalities best describes the set of years where the landfill is at or above capacity? Okay, so right away I'm beginning to look at this choice because we have the starting amount plus the number that's added per year times the number of years. And that to be greater than or equal to the total capacity of the landfill would be exactly what we're looking for.